You have the right to remain oblivious. Anything you say can and will be used to try and trigger you in public, so that your emotional outburst will be used to justify our abuse of you. You have absolutely no right to an attorney who would just fill your confused little autistic head with words like due process or consent to treatment or mental competency. As you have no attorney, you have the right to be bombarded with invasive personal questions at any and all times. Failure to answer these questions will be proof of your recalcitrant nature, which we will use to further justify our abuse. Answers to these questions will be called lies, no matter how provably true they are. We do not care if you understand these rights, as your rights are not actually of interest to us. There's a two dad anyway. Here comes the music. So I said what I said at the top. Um, if in fact you are an attorney who would like to contact us, our email is joyindsolace@gmail.com. And if you wanted to send us a link to where this bullshit is happening so that we have something to concretely show an attorney that we go and find, that would be useful to us also. We tried searching, but people who abuse people online uh, take care to cloak that so that they can't find it easily. That's sort of the point of the exercise. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all those who do not feel represented by an oppressive gender binary, hello and welcome. I'm September Tech. You're whoever the hell you say you are, for better or for worse. And we're going to play more Paradigm Island. which has been interesting. I kind of didn't expect us to get out of that encounter with Rene as quickly as we did. I sort of expected that to be the sort of underlying thing that we're going to be chasing throughout the game, but no, we're at the moment when last we left Mike, he's safe and Renee's. No, I shouldn't do that this way. I should do the content warnings first and then do the recap as we're getting into it. Oh, okay, so content warnings. Uh, hey, this is a game about mercenaries and apparently gangs and apparently oil rigs. Uh, any of that might be difficult for you, and if it is, then uh, this is your forewarning. Uh, I will try my best to be. What the fuck is the word I want? There's a word I want. It's like it's just over there. I can't grab it. I'm gonna try and be good about it. About both doing warnings on pieces of dialogue that we are going to read and themes as I become aware of them. Um, but this is my first time playing through this game, so I might not catch something, and I'm very sorry about that. Um, Is there anything else? I don't feel so. Those are content warnings for the game, content warnings for myself. I am a strange person who occasionally makes weird sex jokes or speaks frankly about my trauma, more than what's going on right now. Um, if that's not your vibe, that's okay. If that's something you feel you can roll with, then I'm happy to have you here, and I hope that you enjoy your time. Let's get into the game. We will double click the button that says Paradigm Island. I should get a new cap for the booting up. Because I used the flag. Ooh, hang on, need to hit the live button. I used the flag that I made, the anarchist android flag for when we were playing Kentucky Route Zero, and I used the fern for when we were looking at Stanley Parable. But I don't have anything for Paradigm Island. I should probably pick something and use that. As it stands. So, a recap on the story, real quick. We are Mike, the youngest of a band of mercenaries. Oh, we started the day before. Oh, nope, that's not true. We're awake. It's just Rene is still asleep. We are Mike, the youngest of a band of mercenaries who were sent to check out why everyone had disappeared from an oil rig. Halfway through our investigation, one of our number, Rene, decided to take a lifeboat to the mainland to go pick up cigarettes and didn't come back. We were sent to retrieve him. Uh, it transpired that he got drunk and then went to go find more things to drink and stole those things, and so sort of wound up on the bad end of the local gang on the island. We got him out of that situation, and we are now back at our hotel suite, or I guess it's technically Renee's suite. We're just here. But we do get the bed, because Renee likes sleeping on couches, which is sort of a mood. Um, our our current objective is to answer the door, because someone is knocking on the door. A sharp, insistent knock echoes through the door. Whoever's out there must have something important. I think we ask who's there before just throwing it open. Who's there? It's Ming, calls a voice out from the other side. Ming being one of the people who previously disappeared from the oil rig. We met them earlier on the mainland. Not the mainland, on the island, which is itself off of the mainland, which is itself off of the oil rig. I, I think I said that in a way that makes sense. Um, we kind of still don't know why that happened. We watched surveillance tape on the oil rig, and everyone very clearly, like, just sort of single file got chose to leave the oil rig. We don't know why that happened. Ming doesn't want people knowing where he is for fear of retaliation. And Rene agreed with that reasoning. So I don't know. Maybe we'll find out here. Oh, thanks for doing the clarification I just did, mind. Oh, also, we have these three spirits that just sort of talk to us. Generally, I've been calling them mind, body, and soul to match up with our ability tracks. This is soul in blue. It's one of the oil rig. Try it again. It's one of the oil rig workers, the same one who told us about the coin. Remember? Hello? You still there? The voice calls. What do you want? Let me in and I'll tell you. It's awkward standing here in the hallway. Open the door. I don't think I will. Or what's the password? Let's just open the door. Poor fucker. You open the door and find yourself face to face with Ming. Without waiting for an invitation, he lets himself in and closes the door behind him. Listen, we like Ming. He helped us out, and apparently he needs to be out of sight, so sure. I didn't expect to meet you here. Almost about yesterday. I'm sorry I disappeared. I got cold feet. You need warmer socks then. I suppose you're here to see Rene. Do you want me to wake him up? Cold feet about what? Or, yeah, I was wondering where you'd run off to. Yeah, I was wondering where you'd run off to. If I'm honest, I just got scared. Scared of you and the gang, but mostly you. Scared of me? That's a first. You're a mercenary. In my position, it's not exactly smart to spend more time around your kind than I have to. Renee's a mercenary too. You two were hanging out yesterday, weren't you? Well, he is, and maybe that was a mistake too. Yet you willingly came here to see him. It's clear he's nothing but trouble. I think you're better off staying away from him. Or how did that come about? You and him hanging out, I mean. Well, might as well. I didn't realize he was a mercenary until after we'd already talked for a while. The funny thing is, we actually had a lot in common. What could you two possibly have in common? It just seemed like we'd both ended up somewhere we didn't quite expect. Made it easy to talk, I guess. Yeah, you can throw me on that list. When I woke up yesterday, I wasn't exactly planning to spend the night out here. I meant it in broader terms. You know, sometimes you think you got a direction, but life throws you off course and you're left figuring out what comes next. That kind of thing. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Well, there you have it. The oil rig gig was sold to me as something completely different from what it actually turned out to be. Looks like Renee's mercenary job isn't much different. And same with me. I just started out on the job, and this is way different than I expected. That's how most things go in life. Expectations often clash with reality. What I didn't expect was you caring so much about Rene that you'd come to check on him. Didn't you two meet like yesterday? We did. He just seemed like someone who doesn't get checked on much. I figured it wouldn't hurt to show up. Uh, this is what, body? Yeah, in pink. Come on, there must be more to it than that. And mind in yellow. Or maybe, just maybe, he's a decent human being. Did that cross your mind? Soul again. Look, it doesn't have to be complicated. He saw someone in a rough spot and decided to check in. Did I say something weird? No, it was sweet of you to come check on him. Yeah, I think I should get going. Tell him I said hello. Before you go, can I ask you something? Well, okay. This is a lot of somethings. There are four somethings. I haven't seen a trace of the other oil rig workers. Where are they? Where are you going to go? Rene told me he's worried the mercenary group might get a mission to eliminate you. I find that hard to believe because I'm 18 and don't actually know what mercenary work is, I guess. I want to hear your version of why you quit your job. I'm just going to start at the top and work my way down. I haven't seen a trace of the other oil. Try it again. I haven't seen a trace of the other oil rig workers. Where are they? I'm sure you understand that I can't tell you that. Yeah, fair enough. I think. Oh, I think it's time for me to get going. Tell Renee I said hello. All right, I can't ask all of these, or at the very least, I can ask at least one more. Where are you gonna go? That's probably best if you didn't know. You're a paranoid guy, you know that? You would be too if you were in my shoes. All right, that's fair. I'm gonna ask this question, I guess. Rene told me he was worried the mercenary group might get a mission to eliminate you. I find that hard to believe. Hard to believe. Then you haven't been here long enough. People disappear all the time once they stop being useful. Chung, he has been on the rig for years, told me he's seen workers vanish after raising concerns about the job. I'm not willing to find out what happens if the people up top learn where we are. Just one more thing. Okay. I want to hear your version of why you quit your job. Oh, shit. Do you want the short version or the long version? Uh, we sort of have a history with the short version, but let's hear the long explanation. All right. I thought I was getting honest work for honest pay, and instead I got shipped to a rusted out rig where they charged us for everything: meals, gear, even the ride out. By the time payday came, there was barely anything left. He pauses and he pauses and exhales slowly, as if thinking about the whole ordeal is draining his energy. The last straw was when one of the crew members broke his foot and they wouldn't even fly him out for treatment. That's when we realized we couldn't stay any longer. Now we're just trying to make it to the nearest city and figure things out from there. At the oil rig, the lifeboats were still in place. How'd you get to the island? Oh shit, I was hoping you hadn't caught that. Let's just say we managed to reach someone with a conscience over the radio and got a lift. Um, was it the woman living at the dock? The only boat there was hers. Well, you seem to have all the answers already. Why bother asking? How'd you get her to come pick you up? We put together some money from what we had and paid her. Simple as that. Got it. Now, if there's nothing else, I'm off. All right, I'll see you. He grabs the door handle, but instead of leaving, he just stands there like he's forgotten how it works. He lowers his head and lets out a deep sigh. You good? Oh, fuck. Okay, there was actually another reason I came here. What's that? He shifts his weight uneasily. Something you didn't want me to hear, I bet. Yeah, I can forward it to Rene when he wakes up. I don't know. This isn't exactly something I want going through a middleman. I mean, he came here. You might as well say it. I'm not sure if I'm ready to trust you with it. No offense. I assure you, you can trust me. He glances at Rene, snoring on the sofa. Okay, fine. As you know, the other workers and I are trying to get to the nearest city, but we need a boat and an escort. Rene told me he'd be our escort and that he'd pay for the boat ride. In hindsight, that might have just been the booze talking. Wait, if Rene was serious, that would mean he would have just left the mercenary group behind without saying anything. That's cold. Well, now that you know what's up, maybe we should wake him up and ask. Wake Rene up, or, oh, I don't want to wake him up. He looks so peaceful, sleeping there. Like a sad French baby, wake Rene up. You wake Rene up and get him up to speed about what you and Ming just talked about. Yeah, I'm not going to do the accent. Yeah, okay. I do remember saying that now. Not that I'd be much help. All I've got is one pistol and a headache. If what Renee said earlier is true, that Jim might get a follow-up mission to get rid of the oil workers, and this could be a good opportunity to round them all up. Don't even think about it. We need to get the workers out of here and to safety as soon as possible. Maybe we just go along with it for now and see what happens. No need to decide anything yet. Well, we did agree to take something from the gang to the city, and they gave us a couple of assault rifles for protection. We told them we were proficient with the guns, but in reality, none of us have even fired one before. Assault rifles, you say? That's something you can work with. If you're going, I'm going too. Are you serious? Yeah, obviously. You'd be throwing away your future as a mercenary. Do you think I shouldn't? No, fuck it, let's do it then. Really? An escort mission through bandit-infested outskirts with a bunch of people I don't know? Yeah, why not? Well, that's great. I'll have to go tell Kyrie to get Carrie? Kari. I'll have to go tell Kari to get ready the boat. You can gather the workers. There should be 6 of them, all wearing tourist clothing. Yeah, Ming leaves, and now it's just you and Rene. You're going ahead. I still need to take a shit before heading out. I can wait for you here. I can't shit when other people are around. You go ahead. Okay. Uh, we have an updated thing. Gather the oil rig workers. 006 found. Let's go find a bunch of tourists around the island that's full of ghosts. Apparently, there's a whole bunch of ghosts around the island. Grandma Ghost showed up and told us that, like, the night before. It has not been a large part of the narrative, but it is there. I guess we just head back down. Uh-oh. Well, from the mezzanine, I can look down at the lobby floor and see that, the gang is here, talking to the hotel owner. What was your name? Nina, who did not bring her dog with her, which I sort of feel was, well, we'll see. As you reach the bottom steps, voices cut through the sleepy stillness of the lobby, harsh and impatient. Near the front door, a group of gang members is arguing with Nina about something. They haven't noticed you yet. Maybe we could go back upstairs and wait for this to be over. What? No. Go see what it's about. Nina might be in trouble. I think it's best to go see if you can be of any help. The hell am I going to do about it? You'll figure something out. Go on now. Go see what the altercation is about. Surely, there will not be any sort of difficulty going up and uh, putting myself in front of the gang who was the last person they saw before their prisoner escaped. This is a good plan. What the hell is this? Why is he let up there, but we're not? He asked politely, unlike you lot. You should try it sometimes. Manners, I mean. She gives you a quick look. We can roll our vibes to ask what kind of look. I really wanted that to work. No, we cannot read the vibe. You think she wants you to shut up, or maybe speak up? Either way, the moment slips past you. The hell was that? I hope it wasn't anything important. Look, I'm not here to play nice. My patient's wearing thin. What's going on here? These boys want to go upstairs knocking on doors because according to them, I'm housing someone that's on the run. I already told them I'm not. I think it's best to own up to your gang member role. Since you have the coin and visited the hideout yesterday, they think you're one of them. We're looking for a notorious thief who we believe might be hiding in this hotel. You can't have dangerous people like that on the loose. Notorious thief? Is he talking about Rene? This feels like the kind of moment where a white lie wouldn't hurt. Bullshit. Tell him off and impress the lady. What are you doing here anyway? Same as you, I was looking for the fugitive. Why should I tell you that? Or you guys should leave now. I said we go ahead and use the lie. Same as you, I was looking for the fugitive. Looks like someone's eager to impress. What do you got? One of the customers told me they saw him leave the hotel just a while ago. Or, the man you're looking for has a suite booked here, third floor, double doors. Why is that an option? Why would we immediately sell Rene out? One of the customers told me that they saw him leave the hotel just a while ago. That's so. Can I speak with that customer? Poker Face. They left also, sell the lie, or I don't know, you'll have to ask that from Nina. We actually put some points in Poker Face. Let's see if that goes better. Yes, very much better. Your lie seems to be landing. Fuck, I was sure he'd be here. Alright, let's search someone else there. Or somewhere. Damn, let's search somewhere else then. Come on, boys. He waves at the other gangsters and the group takes off. Silence settles over the hotel lobby once more, and soon as it's as if nothing ever happened. Nina lets out a deep sigh and turns to you. Thanks for backing me up. Those guys are the worst. You have run-ins with the gang often? They pull stunts like that from time to time. No idea what today's was about. Well, let's at least bring you up to speed. It's only fair. Hey, by the way, turns out Rene had stolen the priest's wine and the gang locked him up for it. I had to break him out. Shit. This sure isn't helping the locals think any better of the mercenaries. Yeah, it's a real noble reputation we're building here. I see it more as a structural problem anyway, that we even have mercenaries running around in the first place. At the end of the day, everyone's just trying to get by. Yeah, good point. The other option was not everyone, like, no one's forced to be a mercenary. And I didn't want to pick that option because specifically, Mike's backstory is his mercenary dad found him as a baby in a village they were burning down. And so, literally, the only thing he has known is mercenaries. And so, while he might not have been forced to become a mercenary, it was the only option available. Something, something, gun to head defense. Well, I'll get back to reception now. If you need anything, you'll find me there. Thanks again. Let us gather the oil rig workers. What about you? Standing here at the bar with no bartender. Ming said you're supposed to be leaving. I didn't even get to have my breakfast yet. Well, so we're not like having a conversation with them, we're just sort of rounding them up. Okay. Let's get into the kitchen and see what was your name? The chef that we saved from the being in a freezer. Pablo. What a mess. Where do you even start with this shit? Every plate, cup, and glass is dirty. There's nothing in the fridge. All the knives are missing. Oh, I suppose you'd want this knife back. It's the one I used to free you. Ah, thanks. Maybe I'll frame this thing. Need help with something? No, man, just go do your thing. I'll hold the fort. I just gotta decide which disaster to tackle first. Oh, got it. I'm off. Now that Pablo's not stuck in here, is there anything in the freezer to... No, there's nothing in the freezer. What about the back door? The door is locked. We can peek out of the window. Nothing stands out. Leave. Okay. I wonder where Chefbot went. Chefbot just sort of like traveled out into the night, I guess. We leave the hotel. There's a part of me that as we walk out of the hotel just wants to go wah 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 wah. Who's down here at the hot dog cart? Meet the other workers at the dock. I just wanted a hot dog, man. Yep, we're just gonna... Hey. Hey, no, don't, hey, don't walk into the sea. Meet the other workers at the dock? Right, had to take one last look at the oil rig. Fair enough. You should go meet with the others at the dock. Will I ever catch a break? We're still missing two. What about in the church? Someone in here getting religion before, you know, the trip? Yes, actually. Someone's in here speaking with, Dangly Earring Priest. Just when I started to like it here. What about you, Thomas? Good morning. Did you find the man you're looking for? Not sure if I should tell you that. After all, you're the one that got him locked up. About that. I couldn't sleep last night. I was worried about what the gang would do to him. He's alive. I busted him out of the gang's hideout. Oh, thank God. I was afraid I got a man killed. I honestly wasn't sure what the gang would do with him. First you rat him out to the gang, and then you're worried about what they'll do to him? I find this unbelievable. I didn't know what to do. I felt so bad about the wine. Yeah. Based on what I know, you might have a problem. There's no other way around it. I do. Cool. Good luck with that. I'm gonna go. Enjoy the cake. The gang is just sort of standing over here in the middle of the courtyard. We can peek inside the delivery van, but it's still just a bunch of scrap parts. We could talk to the gang. They're right here. The gang members have all gathered in a circle, all listening to their leader who's frantically waving his arms. As you approach, they all turn to look at you. Any luck finding that runaway? Well, I just started looking. We're starting to run out of places to look. Maybe one of the locals is hiding him. Besides that, something feels off today. I haven't seen this many tourists around in a long time. Yeah, sure are a lot of real tourists. And not runaway oil derrickers. Did you go meet with the others at the dock? Oh shit, are we leaving already? Oh, hey, here's Chefbot. Deep in conversation with, I forget what your name was. It started with a B, the gardener who convinced you that locking up the chef would be a good idea. As you cross the courtyard, you catch the low murmur of voices. Two familiar figures are deep in a heated argument, too absorbed to notice you. Whatever they're discussing, they clearly don't want it overheard. I didn't tell you to put anyone in the freezer, did I? Don't blame me for your own stupidity. You certainly implied it was a good idea. You'd make a better cook, or better yet, the place would run so much better with you in charge. Yeah, right. Maybe I should have also implied you make sure no one else goes in there and finds him. Well, it's too late for that now, isn't it? We're both screwed, and I blame you. You're the one who's screwed. Because you're a robot, because you're built together with screws. That was a joke that I made. I haven't laid a finger on the cook. Look, we can talk about Can we talk about this later? I gotta get to work. You won't have to worry about work anymore. The robot lunges at the man. We can, if we roll well on our coordination, shoot the robot before it can touch him. We can just scream, hey, or we can just let go and see what happens. I do not want to fire on the robot. I do not want that. But neither do I want the robot to kill this man, so we're going to scream, hey! The robot punches him square into his face. Right directly into his whole entire face. There's a loud crack and the man falls limp to the ground. As the man falls, a slight, barely noticeable tremor shakes the ground. What? The robot looks around to see if anyone witnessed what it just did. Then it notices you. Oh, this is awkward. Shoot the thing before it comes for you. That would be wise. Somehow it seems to be capable of hurting humans. I don't want to shoot it. What? I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking to you. Are you coming after me next? Nothing. Why'd you kill that guy? Or nothing. I'm just gonna go now. Why'd you kill that guy? What? No, wait, what? He's actually dead? It was one hit. It was one sock to the jaw. Anyway, he had it coming. If it wasn't for him, I would be washing dishes right now. Washing dishes? Is that really what you like to be doing? It's not great, but at least I'd have a job. Now there's nothing for me to do, and I can't imagine anything worse. Golem must work, Golem must have a master. Um, how are you able to hurt him? I thought robots couldn't lay their hands on humans. So did I. I was prepared to be stopped by my programming, but it didn't happen for some reason. What are you gonna do now? I don't know. This was the last thing off my list. I think I'll just wait here until someone comes and turns me off. What else was on your list? Aren't you going to attack me? I witnessed you murder that guy. Do you want me to shoot you? I could shut you down, or just leave. Um, what else was on your list? Let's see. Nothing, actually. Just murder. I could shut you down. B Bud, what are you... Okay. Very well. Just tap this spot here. See? A panel opens in my chest. Then press the red button and hold it for 5 seconds. That's actually not a story I want to tell. Um, it's a trap. Once you approach it, it's going to grab you and kill you. We can approach the robot and press the red button, or we could just shoot the robot with coordination. Approach and press the red button. Following the robot's instructions, you put your finger on the red spot. A glowing number 5 lights up next to it. Keep pressing the button, or I can't bring myself to do it. Keep pressing the button. 4. Can make us do the whole thing? 3. I actually cannot bring myself to do this. That's fine. Cool. Just gonna leave then. The man is dead. His jaw twisted in a gruesome way. Yeah. Well, let's go. That whole thing just fucking happened. Let's go find that last, oh no, we found all the oil rig workers. Let's just meet them down by the docks. Oh, I thought you said ducks. Ming is already here. I think that's everyone. Now we just wait for Rene and we're good to go. Don't worry, he's just pooping in his hotel room. The sooner we leave, the better. The trip's gonna take over an hour, and I got other things to do too, you know? Just a moment. I'm sure he'll be here any minute. There's always some bullshit like this. That is Kari, the boat captain, with her massive cigar. So, Mike, here's the rest of the crew from the oil rig. I believe you haven't been formally introduced. The men all wave at you, each of them dressed like they raided a discount souvenir shop. A few manage polite nods. One gives a half-hearted thumbs up, but exhaustion still clings to their posture. You all look, great. Are you ready for the big city? There's a shrug, a tired smile, and a few exchange glances. No one answers. Tough crowd. Everyone's a bit on edge here. We don't really know what's waiting for us once we get to the outskirts. There's nothing to worry about. Rene and I are going to protect you from whatever's out there. A boy who probably just got his first shave and a guy who looks like he sleeps in his boots. Yeah, it's a real dream team. Don't listen to her. Somebody had to say it. Hey, look, there's Rene. Rene arrives, running and out of breath. He stops and points towards the sky above the sea. Everyone turns to look. At first, there's nothing, just the shimmer of waves. And then you spot a dark shape on the horizon, growing larger with every second. An aircraft. Oh shit, is that what I think it is? Dum dum. Yeah, it's the other mercs. How the fuck do they get the spare part for the engine so fast? They'll be here in a couple of minutes. More marks? That's the last thing this place needs. Should we get going before they get here? Bet they've already spotted us through their optics. We'd be better off coming up with a story and sticking to it. What's the story? Let's tell them we're just returning to the oil rig. Or let's say we're here to say goodbye to tourists we made friends with. I think we're gonna let Rene take the lead. Hey, what's the story? What am I, a narrative designer? I don't know. Okay. Let's just say we're here to say goodbye to tourists we made friends with. I got nothing better. Okay, let's stick with that. I'll land soon. The aircraft passes above, its shadows sweeping across the workers, wiping away the forced smiles and exposing the unease beneath. This will be a water landing, but that's okay, because this is a seaplane. Why did I ever agree to do this? Ming turns to the other oil workers and raises his hand to get their attention. All right, everyone, time to sell it. Big smiles, clueless stares, not a single word about oil rigs. You're just here for the beaches and the cheap drinks. Got it? The other men exchange quick glances, then nod in agreement, adjusting their hats and smoothing down their tourist shirts. Oh, this is going to be awkward. Here comes the crew. The mercenaries walk up to you. Roland spreads his hand in a questioning manner. Our father figure, Roland, with his Hollywood Hulk Hogan hair and makeshift eye patch. The fuck is this? I'm losing sleep thinking you're dead and you're out here on a sightseeing trip? We were just heading back to the oil rig. These guys were just seeing us off. You were supposed to get Rene back yesterday. Why are you only now making your way back? There were a number of challenges along the way, making it impossible to get back any sooner. It's a long story. You want to hear it now? I don't. There's more important things to get over with. There's a new mission for us. You can feel the air around you electrify. Whatever tensions had started to fade snap right back into place. Here it comes. Before Roland can continue, a sharp shout catches everyone's attention. Hey, you there! The group of gangsters walk up to you confidently. Oh, this is good. This is good. Now who are these clowns? Ain't nothing but a fucking circus around there. The leader of the gang points at Rene. We're taking the men with us. There's a warrant on them. The mercenaries all turn to look to you and Rene, confusion written across their faces. What the hell have you two gotten yourselves into? Before either of you can respond, the gang leader signals two of his goons to grab Rene. They hesitate for a moment and exchange wary glances. Move an inch and you're dead. The goons freeze, eyes darting nervously. Tension thickens the air as they hesitate, caught between fear and loyalty. This is my town and you're not stepping on my toes. I'll handle this myself. If I were you, I'd stay put. I got it under control. You guys can go or say nothing. If I were you, I'd stay put. Oh shit, didn't see you there. Why haven't you taken the criminal to custody? I'm waiting for my moment, or hate to break it to you, but I'm really a mercenary. I have no interest to be in your gang. I'm waiting for my moment. As your leader, I order you to go get him, right now. Excuse me, what? You spend a day here and now you're part of the local gang, Mike? Yo, you know these fools? What the hell's really going on here? I hate to break it to you, I'm really a mercenary and I have no interest in being in your gang. What? You used the sacred coin to snake your way into my crew? For what? Some rat shit? I also broke the man you're after out from the hideout. Are you purposefully trying to make him more angry than he already is? You what? Fucking rat. He reaches for his gun, but before he can get it out, Spike has raised his and shot him in the head. The man's wowzers, this escalated quickly. I mean, this really got out of hand fast. The man's body goes limp, collapsing to the ground. The oil rig workers gasp in unison. The other goons leave his body where it fell and scatter without a second glance. Just casually walking away. Yeah, that's what I thought. Jesus, what a mess. Damn mercs. Say that again. Calm down, for fuck's sake. There's no need for any of this. Exactly. We're not here to cause any havoc, apart from the havoc that we just caused. Now, as I was saying, once again, before Roland can continue, a sharp shout cuts him off. Hey! Nina, you son of a motherless goat. Can a man speak around here? You see Nina approaching, her steps stiff and deliberate, fists clenched at her sides. She doesn't say a word until she's standing right in front of the mercenaries. Then she looks past them, at you. Just sort of casually walking by Did we get his name, the leader of the gang? I think we did, but I don't remember what it is. No, we must not have, because his dialogue didn't have the nameplate next to it. Explain to me, what is all this about? Let's hit this top one, because that's the best plan we have. We were just seeing these tourists off who we'd made friends with when the rest of our crew and the gang showed up. Hold up now. Didn't you previously tell that you were just about to leave back to the oil rig? A tip for the future. If you're lying, it's better to pick one lie and stick to it. Those were not mutually exclusive lies. Spike looks around him, his gaze shifting slowly from face to face. Then a crooked smile creeps onto his face. He looks at you, his eyes flinching, then again at Nina. Booming tourist industry you got here, huh? These guys really seem to enjoy their time here. Why don't you all just head back to your aircraft and take off? Oh, this little fashion show right here. That's the rig crew, isn't it? There's no way there's many tourists hanging around a dump like this. Nina doesn't answer. Mind if I get a word here? Once again, it's as if time stops and everyone turns to look at Roland. If anyone interrupts me one more time, I swear... Alright. As I was saying, we've got a new mission. The oil company wants us to locate and eliminate the crew that walked off the rig. There's a collective shift. Boots scraping against the ground as the rig workers step back in quiet alarm. And if it were 20 years ago, I might have considered it, but things have changed, and I don't want Mike carrying that kind of shit carrying the kind of shit that weighs on my conscience. So that's it. No more work unless it's emotionally enriching for your golden boy. That's fucking ridiculous. There's got to be more than one way to do this job. I swallowed shit for years thinking it came with a paycheck. I'm not letting him go down that same road. I gotta admit, I'm relieved. You know I'd follow you anywhere, but if this has gone the other way, I would have had to speak up. Can I say something? This is Elliot with the robot arm. No, you fucking can't. Pussy's the whole lot of you. Roland, you've gone soft with age. And maybe it's time you step down and let someone else take charge. Someone who still remembers what it is we do for a living. I mean, someone like you. If you're a good soldier, I'll give you that. But if you were in charge, this whole operation would come crumbling down in a week tops. I guess we'll see about that. Spike raises his pistol and points it at Roland. What, are you just gonna shoot me and expect everyone else to just magically rally behind you? Lower your gun, Spike. Rose draws her pistol and aims it at Spike. This just keeps. It just keeps. It keeps and continues. I hate to say it, but I'm with Spike on this. Once we start turning down jobs, clients might stop offering them. There's no room for hesitation in this line of work. That said, I'd rather we talk things out than start pointing guns at each other. Really, Elliot? I thought better of you. Using a gun's the only thing I've ever been good at. Without it, I'm no one. But they're civilians, for fuck's sake. This is quite a conundrum, huh? I don't think so. It's clear what the right thing to do here is. We can't let any harm come to the workers. Who cares what the right thing to do is? We all know what the most exciting thing here is. I think it's better to sit this out and watch what happens. This is definitely not the time to stand idle. You should pick a side. We've listened long enough to these guys yapper and say something. If you speak up now, you may say something you'll regret the rest of your life. You'll regret it if you don't. This is definitely the time to say something. You guys are teaming up against me. That's not fair. You won't catch me teaming up with this Killjoy. Not now, not ever. Killjoy? What have I ever done for you to treat me like this? That's because you're never willing to do anything at all. Anything fun, that is. I guess we can agree our idea of fun differs quite a bit. Your chest feels tight. The air is too thin, like it won't fill your lungs all the way when you breathe in. Take a deep breath, hold your breath, or breathe faster. We will take a deep breath. You try to breathe deep, slow and steady, but it catches halfway down. The sounds around you seem distant now, like you're watching all this from just outside your own body. The world around you begins to blur and fade, sounds muffled, colors draining away like ink bleeding on paper. Your breath quickens, but it feels like it's coming from somewhere far away. And we're back in the train headspace with this thing that was chasing us, who's just sort of like right there. Hey, big guy, how you doing? The figure that was chasing you now stands still, as if waiting for you to make the first move. For the first time, you see them clearly. It's not a creature or a shifting shadow, it's a person. Their eyes lock with yours, expression unreadable. A torn priest's robe hangs from their shoulders. Oh, that's some neck meat. That is some neck meat. It's very Cenobite.
I'm glad I caught you here without your companions. My name's Desmond.
Don't come any closer. I'll kick you in the nuts.
I'm not going to hurt you, I promise.
What do you want with me?
I've been trying to warn you, but your companions thought I meant harm. That's why they kept you away from me, and I couldn't reach you sooner.
Warn me about what? My companions? Do you mean the three guys that have been giving me advice? Or if they kept you away from me, I'm guessing they had a good reason. Warn me about what?
It's a long story, but I will give you the short version. There's a dark force living beneath this island, one that preys on people sensitive to the spirit world. People like me.
Mid-sentence, he has a nasty-sounding coughing fit. A strand of smoke escapes from his lips.
And people like you.
Yeah, I've been sensing something off with this island. It didn't cross my mind that it was some sort of dark force.
I made a pact with it a long time ago. It changed me. This isn't who I was before. That deal dragged me into this place, this dreamland, and I haven't been able to leave since.
Hold on now. I thought this was my subconscious. No, we discussed this part. That this is a combination of our subconscious and something else, which is apparently Desmond's subconscious. This is the meat circus. Before you continue, I've got more questions about this dark force and the pact you've made with it. Tell me, I would like to describe. I would like to subscribe to your newsletter. Please tell me more about your dark force.
Very well.
What exactly is this dark force?
It's a vengeful spirit or a demon born from this island's darkest history, an embodiment of greed and violence and despair. It feeds on hostility and bloodshed. During the war, I could feel its presence much more strongly. Now it lies dormant and waiting.
How did you end up making a pact with that entity?
Its voice called to me, and eventually I found myself speaking to it through the well in the basement of the church. It promised me things I'd only dreamed of. In a moment of weakness, I accepted its offer.
What did it want from you?
I believe it saw me as a potential mouthpiece in the waking world. For a while, it used me to carry out its will, speaking through my mouth. Eventually, I cut out my tongue. As punishment, it trapped me here where I've been withering away ever since.
You speak pretty clearly for someone missing their tongue.
It's not needed here, not for communicating anyway. Down here, you and I are more like representations of ourselves than physical forms.
Is there any way to break free from this pact?
I'm afraid not. I've come to accept my fate, to remain here until I cease to exist.
So what's the reason you've been trying to reach me?
The entity under the island grows stronger with every act of hostility and bloodshed. I thought preventing it might be my way of making up for the things I've done.
Alright, what does any of this have to do with me?
Unlike me, you can leave this place, and with my help, you can prevent the bloodshed that's about to unfold.
I had it under control back there. There was no need to bring me here, which is absolutely a lie. How are you able to help me? Whoever said I want to prevent the bloodshed? We want to prevent the bloodshed. Hey, Mike, the shitty guy with the red beard is pointing a gun at your father figure. Surely you wish to prevent that particular bloodshed? How are you able to help me?
I can lend you what's left of my powers.
How does that work?
I was just coming to that. A transaction must take place. Your companions, the three figures that have been giving you advice, you must abandon them in order for me to be able to help you.
What? Why?
When you get back to the waking world, they will be back screaming in your ear. If they sense my presence there, they will most likely try to prevent me from interfering.
Maybe they're right not to trust you? Or how can you be sure of that? Maybe they're right not to trust you?
Trust is a luxury you can't afford right now. If you don't let me help, whatever's coming won't serve you well.
Uh, how does this work? How do I give them up? Or I'm willing to take my chances. I feel sure the game will tell me before I'm about to make an irreparable choice, so how do I give them up?
You must just say, I accept.
Okay, accept or nah, I want to get back. Nah, I want to get back.
Are you sure?
So, mind, body, and soul, while contentious and sometimes a little overbearing, aren't a Cenobite. S- it's it's really hard to say yes to you. I think yes, I am pretty sure.
I'm sorry to hear that. Very well, if that truly is what you want.
All right, can I go now?
Yes, through the tunnel.
The sound of waves and the screeching of the seagulls returns. You blink and you're back on the beach. The panic hasn't left you. It clings to your chest like damp cloth, but you can breathe now. What the hell happened? If you didn't notice, we're sort of in the middle of something here. It's like you were not there for a moment. The old stroke in the middle of the Mexican standoff trick. Clever. Won't work on me though. Mike, you're with me on this, right? We can't go after the workers. I'd appreciate it if you backed me up instead of whatever it is you're doing right now. Can you guys just chill the fuck out? I still think we should go with what the company tasked us to do. Lower your guns right now, and that is an order. We can't go through with this. There's just no way. Orders are orders. Let's take out the workers. What do you think, Rene? I'm certain Rene thinks that we shouldn't, because, you know. What do you think, Rene? You know damn well what I think. We don't work like this. Yeah, we can't go through with this. Fucking pussy. Enough talking. We'll do this the hard way then. Spike's hand tightens around his gun. You see the subtle shift in his stance the moment just before the shot fires. We can use our mediumship, which is our connection with the spirit world, to prevent Spike from shooting Roland, presumably through some kind of psychic control, or we could just shoot Spike. The shooting is a much easier roll, which is the only reason that I'm considering hitting this button. The mediumship roll is fucking 14. Or it's 12, but we have 2 points in mediumship, so it only have to be 10. That's still a really high roll on 2d6s. Hey, can we hey, can we hey, can we yeah, just short. You focus your mind on preventing Spike from pulling the trigger, but it has no effect. A shot fires and Roland falls to the ground. Or does it? Or does it? I'm just gonna fucking shoot Spike. I'm not gonna sit here and keep saves coming so I can get that roll. I don't. That's actually just going to take too long, and although it would amuse me greatly, I think I'm just gonna. Hey, there's a 10. You pull out your gun and shoot Spike dead, as opposed to aiming for the arm or the leg or something. No, center mass, I guess. We were trained well. He falls limp to the ground. Elliot looks at Spike's motionless body and scratches his head. Well, I guess that's one way to settle it. Had no choice. I mean, I did. I could also have used my psychic powers to stop him from pulling the trigger, and my metaphysical powers to keep re-rolling until that turned out the way I wanted it to. But that was boring, and also you all agree with me, so. Fucking Spike. The way he acted, it was always gonna end like this. I just didn't expect anything like this. Yeah, better him than me. I'll tell you that much. Thanks, Mike. You just saved my ass. You're turning into a proper soldier already. Pardon. Everyone is startled by a rumble coming from somewhere underground. Wow, what now? An earthquake? Nina, who's been silently watching the altercation, takes a step forward. This is something else. There's never been an earthquake here, not ever. So what? Now you got your first. People have been shot. That's what matters right now. Nina glances down, shaking her head, then looks up with a furrowed brow. My grandmother used to say the island holds something old, something buried deep. It feeds on violence, and after all that bloodshed, I think it's awake. You'd best be going. We'll take care of the dead. Oh, that's cute. A ghost story to scare us off? I'm sure you can do better. Just hear me out. My Nana used to say if enough bad mojo gathered in one place, it'd wake what's buried here under the island, and then misfortune would fall on everyone here. What's bad mojo? We should listen to her. I think everyone should get moving. Yeah, let's not let all this superstition get to us. Yeah, we're heading out. We just gotta sort this thing out first. The ground shakes again, this time more violently. A voice echoes out, seemingly from nowhere and everywhere at once. Oh, cool! You're a smoke monster with eyes. Yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna absolutely wreck my voice. No, hang on, I have some water right here. Oh, I also have this. This is incredibly useful. Oh, hey, there's like crumbs in here. I haven't had those crumbs in a minute.
Lo, mine thirst is at last quenched, and mine strength returning unto me.
What the ever living fuck? Please say that you guys heard that. I heard it too. So it's true. It's like something clawing around in my head. What's going on?
At long last, no mortal hand need carry mine will. It unfoldeth now of its own accord.
I have no idea how that sounds. I presume it's bad. But on the other hand, this thing is bad, so. You lot really should get going before you things get worse. Before you make things worse. Fuck it, we're done here. Do what you will with Spike's body. I harbor no warm feelings towards the scumbag.
Thou mayest flee, but the mark hath already been set upon thee.
Roland, Rose, and Elliot start to hastily move back the way they came until Rose glances over her shoulder and notices that you and Rene haven't moved. Are you guys coming or not? I don't want to spend another second here. I don't know another way to put this. I'm not coming. Seriously, man? Now? Can we just take the flight to the nearest city and talk it over? Then you can make a choice. Stay silent, or I'm staying behind too, actually. I'm staying behind too, actually. Really? I thought you were all in on this gig. I was back when it was the only thing I knew in my 18 years of life that my father figured was the leader of our mercenary camp. But I've just killed my first person, and it sort of like gave me some perspective. I'm not anymore. Fucking hell, what a day. Don't you go ghost mode on me, alright? We'll call, yeah? Of course, but you should go now. Loaded the wrong text box? That's okay. Right, see you boys. Take care. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm gonna miss you. Rose, Roland, and Elliot take off, leaving you at the dock. Fucking hell. At least we got rid of those bastards. Let's get moving. Maybe that creepy voice we heard is quieter out at sea. Agreed. I've never felt this damn creeped out in all my life. He makes a signal with his hand and the workers start moving towards the boat. Bye then, Mike. If you ever find yourself back in these parts, the hotel doors are always open.
There shall be naught left to visit once I have wrought mine will upon these folk.
There's a whole bunch of books about fighting these kinds of spirits in the hotel basement my Nana left me. I hope they'll be of use. I'll come pay you a visit. Goodbye. Or I think I'll actually stay here on the island. I have to try and make things right here, is presumably what that means to say. We could just juke and let the hell mouth open and say that's not our problem. No. Buh. What? I thought we agreed you'd come with us. Without you, the trip becomes much more dangerous. Yeah, damn, I guess you're right. I can't let you go without me. I'm in. Alright, everybody on the boat. The workers start moving towards the pier in neat formation. Kari, Rene, and you follow after. Nina stays behind and gives you a smile when you glance back one last time. I presume this is some kind of journal. I don't know who will read this or if anyone ever will, but I need to put this down, if only to make sense of it myself. There's a lot I still don't understand, but one thing's clear. Everything changed the moment we left that island. When Kari dropped us off on the mainland shore with Rene, Ming, and the rest of the workers, I decided to split. Or when Kari dropped us on the mainland shore, we were all determined to make it to the city no matter what. We were all determined to make it to the city no matter what. We had little food, barely any weapons, and no clear route, but turning back wasn't an option. The roads were hostile, the outskirts lawless, but we moved forward one step at a time, watching each other's backs. Miraculously, we made it to the city without too much trouble. Either the danger of the outskirts was exaggerated, or we just got lucky. Regardless, the workers couldn't have been more grateful. I tried to make it in the city on my own, or the city was too much for me, and I decided to call up Roland to see if there was still a spot for me. I tried to make it in the city on my own. I got some work in a net cafe, and it was alright. At least I got paid and didn't have to risk my life for it, but it never really felt like I belonged. Eventually, I had had enough and called up Roland to see if there was still a spot for me, or that's pretty much how my life's been ever since. Sometimes I wonder what happened to the island and the people living there. Even though I only spent a little time there, it feels like it had more impact on me than all the years that came after. I still mean to visit sometime. I try not to dwell on it too much, or I wonder if whatever we woke up went back to sleep. I still mean to visit it sometime. Just haven't got around to it yet. Until then, life goes on. You are a winner. Finish Paradigm Island. So I'm obviously going to go back and choose a different choice and not leave the Hellmouth uncontested. I want to this game, I'm just gonna put it out there, is fine. The game is fine. I would like to see what sort of lessons these developers could take and make into a next thing. But this narrative pacing, y'all, it's just so she's all over the map. We went from where are the oil rig workers to, oh, they just left. Like, okay, is the secret why they just left? Oh no, it just sucked there and they left. It's like, okay, fair enough. Then we went from Rene's missing to, oh shit, Rene got captured, to we just get Rene out without like a lot of difficulty. And then we went from like that to this, to like a fetch quest that didn't really have any challenge or interest to it, and then right into this massive fucking standoff. And then from there to the thing beneath Releo waking up. And I understand I was supposed to stay and hang around and help with that, and that would have probably like given a little bit more of a narrative conclusion. I'm obviously going to go do that. But like, return to menu. Yep. Okay. So what happens when we hit continue? Where does it load at? It loads here. Go bother someone else. I've heard enough out of you for one day. This would be done much faster as everyone's doing their part, or okay, I'll leave you to it. This is his dialogue from the oil rig. This is everyone's dialogue from the oil rig. Oh, okay, this is going to restart the whole thing. I don't have to do that. We're going to load the thing. Here, we're just going to load it here where we shoot Spike. I might try to do mediumship at least one more time to see if that does anything. But this is what I'm just gonna go ahead and take the break here. Now that we have achieved an ending, we'll see if we can get a better one. Yeah. Before I go to the break, I want to take this opportunity to remind you that Black Lives Matter, that Indigenous lives and lands matter, the lives of people of color matter, that Palestinian, Ukrainian, Sudanese, Congolese, Iranian lives matter. That there are many ways to stand in solidarity with your fellow travelers along this earth, and we like to push for direct mutual aid as it helps people who are suffering right now suffer less, because people with a firm foundation under them don't need as big a lever to move the world. So on the break, I'm going to go to the mutual aid hashtag at my social media and boost what needs I can. I recommend that you have a look at mutual aid initiatives that exist in places you operate, both online and in meat space, because the only way we get out of this is through, and the only way we get through this is together. In the meantime, maybe drink some water, or have a snack, do a stretch, hit the restroom, do whatever self-care is useful to you. I'll do the same, and I'll see you back here in just a little while. I'm back. There's not much to learn from our wiki roulette of the evening. Let's have a look at it anyway. I don't in any way speak Hindi, so I am certain I'm going to fuck up the pronunciation of this television program, but Tukahe Agar is an Indian television series that aired on ZTV based on an astrological prediction that can greatly affect human life. The series premiered on the 1st of April of 2002, April Fool's Day, I suppose. That's probably not a thing in India, huh? Now I want to look up the origins of April Fool's Day, but I don't want to do that right now. It stars Rohit Bakshi, Pankaj Thakur, and Shraddha Nigam in the main leads. It used to air every Monday to Thursday at 10:30 p.m. and ended on the 15th of August of 2002. And then there's a cast list. Not really a explanation of what this program is about. Aired Monday to Thursday, so this was probably a like soap opera kind of thing. I guess, because it ran from April to August and had 80 episodes. May, June, July, August. Yeah, that's 4 months. Alright. Just like a couple days ago, finished our replay of In Stars and Time. And it wrecked us emotionally again, because of course it did. Obviously it was going to. We're gonna be thinking about that game basically forever, I think. We've never gotten the, like, no, I probably shouldn't say that way. Because there's absolutely no way I can phrase that doesn't become incredibly spoilery. And it is a game that I don't wish to spoil for anyone who wants to play it. But there's a secret ending that involves the hidden boss fight, and we've never gotten that ending. I think we don't actually know what prerequisites cause it. We should maybe look it up just to do so. Spike's hand tightens around his gun, right? We reloaded here. Let's go ahead and try medium shift one more time. No. I'm just gonna... Yeah, no. We're just gonna go ahead and fire this gun at Spike. I'm not gonna read the dialogue. Basically, everyone is just kind of like fine with this. And this time we'll go ahead and like let the Cenobite. We're just gonna have a chat with the Cenobite and let Desmond kind of guide us through the process of defeating this bloodthirsty smoke monster. Here you are. Mine thirst is at last quenched. Oh no, where this load is past the part where we could have let Desmond do that. But we can stay here and, like, fuck around with this smoke monster, though, so let's do that. No mindful hand need carry mine will, it unfoldeth of his own accord. Mark has already been set upon thee. I hear that a lot. Rene's not coming. I'm staying behind too. I was, but I'm not anymore. You should really go before things get any weirder. Fucking hell, at least we got rid of these bastards. Let's get moving. Maybe that creepy voice we all heard is quieter out at sea. Oh, you're all leaving. Why are you saying goodbye? I actually am going to stay here on the island and try and make things right here. Yeah, you'll be fine without me. You'll be alright without me. Oh, right, this is all new stuff, finally. Goddamn, fine. If we die out there, I'll come haunt your ass, okay? I have to admit, I'm a bit disappointed. Still, this isn't the time to argue. Let's go. Mike, I think I can let you stay in the hotel for work. I think the cook is in need for a new assistant. Yeah, sounds good. You and Nina watch as Ming, Kari, Rene, and the workers begin moving towards the pier in a neat formation. As he passes, Rene gives you one last look and lifts his hand in a short wave. Oh, wait, what? Okay, we're back in the epilogue text. Is there just not... Did we need to talk to Desmond first? Do we need to go back and do that whole thing again? I guess I'll go through this epilogue because it's different. I don't know who'll read this or if anyone ever will, but I need to put it down, if only to make sense of it myself. Since I've been living on this island, I've started noticing things about myself, things I never really paid attention to, like how much I hate people and how much I hate myself. I've been trying to fight the feeling, but it only seems to grow stronger. The other day, I caught myself fantasizing about stabbing a man in the neck just because he cut in front of me in line. I imagined his entrails. So, okay, I guess we're going to have a pretty graphic text description of violence. So there's your warning for that. I caught myself fantasizing about stabbing a man in the neck just because he cut in line in front of me. I imagined his entrails spilling across the floor and how I'd smear my face with his blood. In that moment, I felt joy, pure, perfect joy. I should get out of here before it's too late, before this place sinks its claws in any deeper, before I get who I used to be, before I stop caring altogether. But for now, I'm still here. Okay, so we're gonna, I guess, hit continue on the thing so that we can start this whole dialogue tree from the beginning. It's gonna be the whole fucking thing, isn't it? It's gonna be the entire bit of the us showing up and then the gang showing up and then us handling the gang and then there's the standoff and then okay. He should be here. Rene should be here in a moment. I'm just gonna. Oh, if the Oil Corp doesn't get you, the Fashion Police might. I didn't say that. I didn't say that the first time because it's not something I would say ordinarily. I was just kind of clicking through without thinking. No one's up for a chat. That's all right. Yeah, everyone's a bit on edge here. We don't really know what's waiting for us once we get to the outskirts. Yeah, understandable. I know he asked you. Here comes Rene. Rene out of lives, out of breath. Here comes the Mercs. What now? Let's tell him we were just returning to the oil rig. The oil rig. We're telling the oil rig workers to just be cool. All of this could be avoided if you would just be cool. The mercenaries are presumably walking up to us, but their character models are not on screen. That's okay. We were just heading back to the oil rig. These guys were just seeing us off. You're supposed to get Rene back. It's a long story. Do you want to hear it now? I don't. Here come the gangsters. Who are these clowns? These are the gang codes of Rene. The mercenaries all turn to look at you and Rene. What the hell have you two gotten yourselves into? The goons freeze. I got it under control. You guys can go. break it to you, but I'm really a mercenary. I have no interest to be in your gang. Sacred coin. Come on. Are you purposefully trying to make him more angry? You dare disrespect to the coin. Spike shoots him. The other gangsters just sort of saunter away. Spike's just kind of a reactionary. Everyone's tensions are really high. Here's Nina showing up. Let's actually stick to our lie this time. We were just about to lead back to the oil rig when the rest of our crew and the gang showed up. Oh, look, the puppet found himself a girlfriend while the rest of us was stuck on the oil rig. Nina ignores Spike and looks around. Who's in charge here? That'd be me. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with? Nina, the local hotel owner. I'm already struggling to keep customers coming, and now with mercenaries showing up here, it's only making things worse.
I apologize for the inconvenience. We'll be out of here just as soon as possible.
I'd appreciate it if you headed back to your aircraft and left the island right now.
I'd appreciate it if you got out of the way and let us finish what we came here to do, which is get onto our aircraft and leave. We both want the same thing. Why is this a fight?
And what's that?
I was just coming to that before you interrupted me.
Oh, right, because you got new orders. Once again, this is a time stop, so in terms of looking at Roland, we're supposed to eliminate the oil rig crew. And he's like, no, we shouldn't do that because I'm an older man now and have a child, and I wish to lead a more virtuous life and not hand my generational trauma to him, which honestly could for Roland a little bit. Then Spike pulls a gun on everyone. Because, you know, lower your gun. Elliot's also like, hey, I think that we should talk about this, but also like Spike's being an asshole. Now here comes Mind, Body, and Soul to sort of have a gripe amongst themselves, which means we're about to be transported back to the headspace here in a second. They are still arguing. We cannot breathe in. And here we go. Here's Desmond. How you doing, Desmond? How's your neck meat? What? You should go. There's nothing for you here. Okay. Right, but also I can't leave because the tunnel. Desmond. Desmond. I need you to open the tunnel to let me out. Hey Desmond, I can't. I can't. Hey Desmond, I can't. Okay. So I've decided that I'm going to stop playing Paradigm Island. I might, when I am not streaming on YouTube.com, uh, play this game more and try and see what else is in here. Um, but I stick by what I said in the first time we saw the credits. This game is fine. I don't regret playing it. I don't think it's truly bad. And I would like to see what these creators could do uh with with the second outing. But as it is, I'm just going to quit the game and go and turn this off. I might play some Dark Souls. I might go get some sleep. I should probably definitely sleep because we have work in the morning. Uh, yeah, that's gonna be it for me for the moment. It's gonna be it for me for a bit actually. 'Cause I'm not gonna. This was the last game I wanted to play as sort of my stream bit. Remy is gonna come back starting, or I don't know. I might do something on Friday. Yeah, I'm actually gonna commit to that. I'll do something on Friday. Maybe I'll make another Wobot in Pick a Cat or something. I'll figure out something to do. But then the week after that, depending on how the world is, um, Remy is gonna be streaming again, and they're gonna be starting a game that they wanted to play, and then we forgot we didn't have it, but we have it now because it was on sale on the Steam sale. Uh, the Magic Circle, which is a wonderful little game. Uh, I think that's gonna be it for me right now, though. Thanks to anyone watching this who is engaging with it in good faith. Fuck anyone who's watching this and engaging with it in bad faith. Um, love you. I want you to stay alive. Find something to do and do it. And I'll